What's up, everyone? Thralls Metal here once again. I'm Necroc Nick.
I'm Jammin' John.
I am Rin.
And we have an album review for you. So one that was firmly on all three of our radars this month was the second offering from Enforced, Kill Grid. This thing means business. This also came out on the 12th on Century Media Records. This is their debut on the label. Formed in 2016 in Richmond, Virginia, home to such great acts as Guar, Lamb of God, Municipal Waste, Iron Reagan, shitload of awesome bands. I'm pretty sure they know them all. I would say these guys are part of a giant resurgence in crossover thrash.
Oh my god.
And my god, do they get it.
Yes, done very well. If you're gonna do thrash, this is what you want to do.
It is going to be difficult for me to name individual songs in here because guess what? They all kicked ass.
Every damn one.
Everyone, Shreddy McFuntits plays on every
God.
thing. Is that guy in the band, Shreddy?
It might be. I don't know. I don't really go by code names. I know the frontman's name is Knox, and Jesus Christ, this dude has both kind of like that thrash energy, but he has a hardcore bark to him. And hardcore is like a big part of this too. This album does such a good job balancing like full tilt thrash, just like Slayer, maybe even a touch of Possessed, and just going fast as shit, and then groovy breakdowns with stupid huge hooks.
Oh, it's something. It's something else, dude. My head hurts. Like
My neck.
My neck.
Headbanging. Like I headbang like I was at a show.
Yeah.
My back.
The bangover is real. Opening track, The Doctrine. Little bit of build up, little bit of atmosphere, then it just gets to it. The production on here is
Titties.
top notch, like the best 90s recording I think I've heard in 2021.
It doesn't sound modern.
No.
It sounds like it was recorded in the time of Beneath the Remains.
But crisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the mix is great. They separate everything clearly. There is discernible grit, which is always something I look for on any metal album. Like, I need it to sound dirty. I need it to sound like this is what you're going to hear live. And I know this is exactly it. I've seen these guys, and they bring it. Holy shit.
I want to see them.
That snare drum is so
Dude, that snare drum has such a fucking pop to it.
And my God, the drum work, and then the guitar work. The work.
Yeah, everybody that plays that, I said it, I mean, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear a lot of Slayer in this.
A lot of Slayer.
I said later on, and I'm just going to say it now because I can. If I was in a band that was capable of producing Slayer's root sound, like when they first blew up.
Hell Awaits.
Yep, Hell Awaits,
Rain
of Blood, yep, I would do it. And these guys did it, and they did it right.
But it wasn't just entirely that too. It was also that crossover stuff. The DRI sort of like, in your face, fuck you, dad, I'll do what I want sort of music. And it also kind of peppers in just sort of like 90s metal in general. Like you get elements of like 90s groove metal.
Oh, yeah.
90s death metal. UXO actually has like sort of like a Slayer meets Cannibal Corpse and Obituary type groove. Like it labors the stomp.
Dude,
yeah. Just hold my beer and call the ambulance.
I'm going to have to hold Old Man Rin's beer.
You're going to have to.
Everything about that song is just groove-laden, written to just detonate a pit. Like it's
tasty.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. The pit's going to hurt. I can already tell you, like, the pit's going to hurt.
And it isn't as though, like, we haven't heard these riffs before. But, fuck it, I don't care.
I want to hear them again.
I want to hear them again.
I need a jean jacket and a mohawk.
Patches.
And a bat.
Wallet chain.
Safety pin through the nose.
Yeah.
We can get that part done tonight.
Yeah, we can do it. Give me an ice cube.
And for crossover, these guys write longer songs. Most of the songs kind of range in, that more like 4.5 minute. There's even a 7-minute song, which is the title track, which is a nice break because the opening tracks just roll through and just fuck you up. I mean, just the speed bag.
Right. Yep.
But that's your balls or your face. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be both.
And Kill Grid slows it down a little bit, and like the first minute and a half are instrumental, and it just feels like it's gonna be this epic jam. And then they kick your dick off.
C3 and C4 just mashed together.
Yeah. And it is interesting, like it kind of shifts the mood too. Like it kind of feels more dark and sinister and kind of evil versus, the standard like angry thrash guys. Like we're pissed about this, and this. This is like, no, we're gonna maybe conjure the devil for a little bit and give him a little chat.
The evil Slayer harmonies.
And like when it comes down to like, the vocal delivery, again, it's very just powerful. It's in your face. They don't really try to get like sing-songy at all. The most you hear in terms of that are gang vocals, which that's not sing-songy at all.
But they were gang growls in that one part. A lot of dynamics on the vocal, even though he never changes to clean vocals ever. There's a lot. He delivers a lot of different screams and growls and yells.
And I don't know if he's doing it safely.
No.
It sounds like he's just yelling.
It sounds a little bit like it hurts.
Yeah.
It works.
He's young.
Yep.
Seems.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, younger than us.
Yeah.
Well,
so
he's
young.
23.
Yeah. Conserve yourself, sir.
Another thing this album does well is build tension.
Yes.
The transitions just ramp up the power, whether they're going into a giant breakdown or breaking into a fast, nasty Slayer bit. It knows how to ramp it up. Like, literally, I had goosebumps anytime it sort of stopped and isolated a guitar, or you started hearing the tom hits.
Yeah,
like,
dude. They definitely paid attention. They did their homework before creating this album.
Yes.
And they pretty much do it every song.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm 100% fine with that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't star any tracks because they all kicked ass.
Yeah, that was my issue too. But I mean, like in terms of like noticing different things, the thrash wheelhouse is actually kind of wide. Curtain Fire actually kind of maybe like takes a trip over the Bay Area a little bit, like conjures up a little bit of Exodus and Testament. But I mean, for the most part, the hardcore energy is kind of what really drives this. It feels hostile.
Yeah, those curtains are definitely on fire.
Definitely. The whole house.
And you know what? Fuck my beer. I'm going in with it.
Defend yourself.
Well, in the next song, Hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage.
That stomp riff, dude. They are stomping on your inner self until you hemorrhage liquids.
And it
from your
reminds
skull.
you of early Sepultura.
Yeah, dude.
It does.
Killer.
Chug, chug, and more chug.
And then the biggest dude in the pit went like this to the smallest kid in the pit, and then bum rushed him.
And then swung that kid at somebody else.
Yep. I'm going to use a motherfucker to hit another motherfucker.
They used those bodies to kill other bodies.
You just stack them out of the way so people don't slip on them.
It's true.
Clean up the blood.
Gets messy.
The hose. Killgrade, once again, I really liked that song just because, again, it broke it up. And you don't really hear crossover bands write a 7-minute song, but they did it really well. And just kind of pivoting between the fast thrashy stuff, and then there's a whole section here where they essentially make the thrash version of the Bolt Thrower War Stomp, which, that just huge groove that just makes you want to punch someone. They nailed it. At this point, I pretty much figured out they know my algorithm for thrash. They honed in on it, and they got me. Like, literally, they just don't miss.
I'm pretty sure they were all hiding in our bushes. Like, they just hid in the bushes, and they waited for us to say what we liked about thrash, and then they wrote an album that was exactly that.
Get out of my hand!
Get out.
I mean,
I didn't ask for a blood ribbon.
You did your homework, so I can't fault you. And I mean, I like the fact that they kind of broke it up too. Nothing feels like too clustered together. They have these weird little ambient soundscapes that sound creepy and, just kind of break it up a little bit. And that really helps with the flow of the album, because this album, it flows. It just keeps moving, and if
Pummeling.
you don't get with it, it'll just roll over you and kill you.
Yes.
Yeah. In terms of the lead work, a couple of songs, I wonder if Jeff Henneman faked his death and joined this band. Because it is very Henneman-y. Henneman.
That sounds like an animal.
Henneman. Almost every solo starts or ends with a dive bomb. Fine with it.
Yeah.
Totally fine with it. Hell, the first song has not one, not two, but 3 distinct leads that I counted.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the stuff that wasn't Henneman-y.
Henneman-y.
How many?
Kingy.
The stuff that wasn't that was done really well.
Yes.
Really beautiful melodic leads. The phrasing on them is sick.
And not like, oh, look what I can do.
Yeah.
Served the song. It wasn't overtly technical just for the hell of it. It wasn't just noisy whammy hell.
Yeah, it wasn't a bunch of like wheedly woos. It was it's how it should be done.
They pretty much checked off like every single thrash metal trope, and then they added a couple of extra boxes to check. And again, this pays homage to a lot of stuff that came before, but it doesn't feel at any point like rehash. Like they're just like, well, let's just jock these riffs and jock these riffs.
Right.
They make them their own.
Yeah, it feels like an old school sound built by the new school. Like they came in and man, their picking hand. I'm telling you what, dude, the picking hand is
Dude, I mean, the
Not
guitars
human.
are machine guns. Constant firing. I honestly pretty much was sitting there thinking, it's like, dude, I can picture shitty teenage me, because I was a shitty teenager,
And an adult. Don't let him fool you.
and mildly shitty in adulthood, sitting in my room listening to this album, flipping through Metal Maniacs magazine, wearing a Sepultura t-shirt, and not a tremendous amount has changed, except for, some stuff.
They don't make magazines anymore.
They don't make magazines
I still
anymore.
have a Sepultura shirt from my teen years.
But yeah, that's the feeling it gave me. Like, it really just kind of latched on to that early metalhead where I was discovering all this aggressive music, and my God, it just crawled right in here, and I don't know, probably in other orifices.
Thrash boners.
Thrash boner. I mean, I have it. It's
Tucked into my belt loop.
a little bit. It's mildly half-mast.
Yes, at least. And maybe this is the thrash album that'll get the next generation of little shithead teenagers into meaty metal.
I think Power Trip, once again, rest in peace, Riley. We miss you. They laid a foundation for something. Now, granted, it was also based on this like rich '90s sound, but they reminded a whole generation of metalheads that this sound still is awesome. And this is one of those bands I think that is carrying the torch into battle. I mean, Enforced knows what they're doing. They've honed in on it, and the energy and all the love for it is there.
Yep.
Overall, I mean, if you hadn't already guessed, this album's a fucking banger. And I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. I dig it. Front to back. I mean, it plays heavily on nostalgia, but I don't care. It's that good. It feels just energetic. I didn't feel right sitting down listening to it. I felt like I needed to like spin in a circle and jump off of things and maybe break something. That is the thrash feel that I look for in any thrash album. This is a monster of an album, and I mean, they already wrote a monster of an album. Their first album's amazing too.
Yeah.
Go out and get it.
Yep.
And try not to break anything when you listen to it, but I'll understand if you do.
4.5 as well. Good Gravy Marie. This is a big old bouncy titty of an album. Fantabulous thrash. Get a neck brace, some bubble wrap. Wrap that around your valuables, because you might be tossing the couch through the window. It's what needs to be done. Get it. God damn it. What else do I say? I don't even...
I'll take over from here. Woo! Woo! 4.5 from me too, dude. This was such a killer album from start to finish. It was relentless, dude. It never let up. Even when it slowed down, it was still just heavy, and God, the snare drum on this, like a cannon. It was one of these albums where I couldn't wait to hear what came next.
Yeah.
And it really did. It made me feel like I was going back to like the mid to late 90s, when seeing, Sepultura and Pantera and
Life-changing.
God, yeah, dude, it was like this is so well done, and kudos to the band for being young and being able to write something like this, because there are bands that are twice your age that can't do this anymore.
These kids have a long and bright future if they continue on this path.
Oh my God.
Yep. I've said it
I'm
before.
buying all your future albums.
I
if you
can't
stay
wait
there.
to hear what's next.
Yes.
Yep. Said it before and I'll say it again. If you're gonna do something right, do it right. And these guys did it beyond right. Yeah, I'll be picking this up.
Yes.
And probably a shirt.
Yeah, I need a shirt.
So
another one.
Whatever. We're about to get a stimmy, and my tax returns are coming, and I can buy merch. Y'all should buy merch. Buy this fucking CD.
Yes.
And break it, and then buy another one.
Yep. Throw that couch out the window. Fuck that couch. You wanted a
Do you
new
like your
couch.
TV? I don't. Throw that too.
I'll break it.
So, if you guys enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do stuff like this all the time. We will catch you later.